funk, thoughts deep, boy steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The ring be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sip of water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Salute everybody. Salute. Welcome. Happy Monday to y'all. I am Urban. Appreciate you tuning into the podcast today. Hope y'all had a real good weekend because obviously y'all seen that I did. Yeah, had a real good weekend. Much needed as well too from me and Mrs. Urban. And once again, I appreciate everyone for your concerns when I was out earlier during the week when I was sick. Appreciate that a whole lot. And appreciate everyone who tuned in to last night on Lit Saturday stream, and everybody who also participated in when I was on streaming me being out doing me on Saturday night. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Today's show is another one fan requested show. Um, just like I know, sometimes I do shows where my fan or my subscribers send me an email and they want me to talk about a certain topic, and I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It also depends on the subscriber and how long they've been subscribed to my channel, all different factors. But nevertheless, this is another subscriber topic show that they want me to cover today. All right. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you my perspective about this. Also, I'm going to give you ways that I'm going to show you how you can prevent this from happening to you. All right. So, nevertheless, thank y'all for tuning into the show. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you share me out as well too, because this is going to be some very valuable information that I'm going to give you today. Now, one thing that my subscribers know, those people who are subscribed to, they know one thing about Urban, and this is this: I do not gatekeep things, okay? Meaning that if it's valuable information that I know that it's not only help me, but it can help you, not only as a content creator, but as a subscriber or just a normal person, I will share it with you. Now there's some people out there who do like master classes, whatever, and they want you to pay a certain fee for a certain type of information that they have, and that's what they do. Am I against that? No, because at the end of the day, I understand that people were out to make money and stuff, So I'm not against that whatsoever. But the reason why I don't do certain stuff, and believe me, it is a lot of stuff that I know, a lot of stuff. But why I personally don't do that is because I have been through a whole lot in my life, a whole lot. I've been through a whole lot of life experiences, and I've been through a whole lot where it was certain information that I was trying to find out from people. And the only way they wanted me to find out the information was for me to either to take a master class or subject myself to be a part of a group or organization or however way you want to put it. Um, but once when I became a part of that and stuff, right, I made it part of my moral compass to pave the way or share the information to people. And I do it absolutely free. I'm not going to charge people. Y'all don't have to cash out me. Y'all don't have to do none of that unless that's what you want to do. But y'all do none of that. So I'm going to, like I always, any type of information that I got out, I'll just share it with y'all. Because once again, I'm not a gatekeeper at all, period. This particular podcast today is another situation where I got a lot of knowledge and I'm gonna share it with y'all. All right. So today on podcast, we're gonna talk about this. Okay. We're gonna talk about cyberbullying. All right. Um, I think on a couple of seasons ago, I kind of talked about this on when I was unaffiliated with State Gang. I kind of talked about this on top of it a little bit on one of my shows, but I didn't go into detail about it. I just made a generalization about cyberbullying. All right. But now on this particular show, I'm going to give you way more details. I'm going to give you way more resources. And I'm telling you, if you pay attention to what I'm going to share with you today, it is going to help you a whole lot. It's going to help you tremendously. It's going to help you, especially if you're a content creator too. It's going to help you tremendously as a content creator. All right. So we're going to talk about cyberbullying. So first question you should be asking yourself is Urban, well, why your subscribers want you to talk about cyberbullying? Why is this important? The reason why we're going to talk about this is because throughout my years of being a content creator, my fellow colleague content creators been dealing with different levels of cyberbullying. Where the most common level of cyberbullying is people using content and spread either false or misinformation, or they use on content to try to dox each other or try to perform what is known as swatting. Now, I said this before, and I'll say this again. There are two forms of swatting. The first form of swatting is when a subscriber or some other type of one person who's a non-subscriber, right? They'll call the police to come to your said residence and create a false police report on you so they could come and raid your household and take you to jail. That's swatting. Okay. The second form of swatting is this, and this is the most commonly used form of swatting. All right. The second form is this. The second form of swatting is when a content creator encourage their subscribers to go out and to gather information about another said content creator that they're in disagreement with. Gathering information, which is include doxing information, which is personal information, anything possible, which is considered as public information. They will encourage their subscribers to go out and gather that information. Now, normally these subscribers they consider as they like day ones, meaning that they could be the moderators or anything like that, and they'll go out and acquire this type of information. And they'll give it back to the content creator. Then from there, the content creator will present this type of doxing information in an attempt to create content, pretty much, because at the end of the day. They get this information so they could create this content to create what is known a reaction video. Okay. So that's the one form of one swatting that's out there that does that encourage people to undo that. Okay. So we all know we all grown adults and we understand about what is cyberbullying, right? But I'm gonna kind of just share it with you briefly. Cyberbullying is basically when a person end up sharing unwanted information to you in attempt to pretty much an attempt to humiliate you. Normally, in these streets, like in YouTube and stuff, right? Normally, when they do that, it's to attempt to, like I said, to humiliate the other content creator. All right, and also to create a reaction video of that. All right, so we understand that. So I want to just kind of talk to y'all about this, about the cyberbullying. And I want to I'm going to share once again. I'm share with y'all how the way you can prevent this from happening to you. Okay. I'm gonna want to give you some resources that you want to check out as well too, where you can prevent this from happening. All right. But one thing I do want to talk about real quick is this. Okay. I want y'all to want y'all to understand that it's a difference between cyberbullying and people who just honestly giving their opinion or they're just critiquing your content, especially as you being a content creator. Once again, there's a difference between people who does giving an honest critique or they just giving an opinion about your content as being a content creator versus bullying. All right, what's the difference between the two? Let me share this with y'all. All right, and a lot of y'all content creators, y'all familiar with this, but I'm going to give y'all the information again so I could educate y'all today. All right, so according to the fair use site, we all know about the one fair use. We all know about the fair use. Some of us we put up banners and different things like that, stating fair use, stating Section 7 of the Copyright Act, and also we know about this. All right. So one thing that I want y'all to be focusing on is this. I'm gonna share this with y'all. This particular part, the very first part, number one, right here. This is what we're gonna focus in on right here. Okay. Now, in this first part, they say this on the purpose and character of use included where the uses is of a commercial nature or is it nonprofit for educational purposes. Okay. Now then the reason why I'm talking about this is because it's saying this and additionally it used the word transformative, right? So whenever you're talking about this, right, as a content creator, as long as you do things that it's in a transformative work, then pretty much you can use that said other content creator on stuff. Okay. Like say for example, I'm doing a review on another channel, on another one channel, another content creator, right? And I use their video as a reference point to my talking points. Okay. According to fair use, I can absolutely use their video Okay, because what I'm doing, I'm giving a certain criticism about that video, whether if it's positive or negative. I could do that. Furthermore, furthermore, I don't know if y'all pay attention to my channel, but I don't put up a banner or anything that say fair use or anything like that. All right, I don't do that. The reason why I do not do that is because it's already understood that you're protected under fair use. Okay. Now the only exception to the rule is this: if you sit up there, you plan another person content right, and you're not giving no type of one reaction to it, you're just letting it play from beginning to end, then that goes against fair use and copyright policies, okay? Meaning that you literally took this person work and you're using it for yourself. And so that goes against YouTube standards, okay? But if you sitting up there the whole time making it transformative and you critiquing it, whether it's positive or negative, then you don't have to put no banner up there saying, "Oh, it's fair use, fair use." I also see some content creators do this where um, I call it doing it the lazy way, where they'll want to use another person content right, and they'll speed up the divorce of the content, which that's fine to do, but in reality, you don't have to do that. As long as you are doing some type of commentary behind it, it's protected under fair use. Now, another reason why I'm talking to y'all about this and I'm sharing this with y'all is this: is that do y'all also know that there are other things that are protected under one fair use as well too? For example, if you were to share a certain type of photo of someone, right? In reality, it's protected under fair use, as long as that type of photo is being transformative. If you're sharing any type of, like, say for example, like you want you're sharing information about where a person stay at, right? As long as the photo is transformative, it's protected under fair use. Okay, so I want y'all to be aware of this, all right? Because just like I say, the reason why I'm telling y'all about this is because a different other content creators stuff, right, who are considered like as cyberbullies and stuff, they use these different things under the principle of fair use. Okay, long as they're doing things that's transformative, 9 times out of 10, YouTube is not going to flag it under fair use policy. But however, there is another way that it can be flagged, which I'm gonna share that to you later. All right, but that's the other part about it. So any opinions that people say about you, whether you agree with it or not, that is protected under one fair use and is also protected under the First Amendment of freedom of speech. Okay. Now the only exception to the rule is this: is that if that person is giving a type of opinion or critique about your content, right? But you sit up here using vulgar language. Why you want giving that type of critique? There, it's still protected under the First Amendment, and it could possibly still be protected under fair use. But however, it goes against YouTube community guidelines. Okay, because according to YouTube community guidelines, you cannot use any type of vulgar language. All right, while expressing yourself. Okay, so another thing that I want to talk about is this, and I think this is very important. Whenever I go under to another one content creator on page, like if they say for example they're live and they're doing live reaction shows, whatever and stuff, right? And they notice that another content creator is doing what we call doxing and all this stuff, right? And they're reacting to it. What I what I be doing, right, if I'm participating in a chat, um, I try to give people breadcrumbs. Okay, what do I mean by that? I try to give people breadcrumbs to try to show them that it's a way out of it. Now I don't know if some of y'all been like really paying attention to whenever I do that. But honestly, I think y'all don't. To be honest with you, I honestly think y'all don't at all. Period. Like sometimes I'll be under one somebody be doing a live, whatever. And I just say the most random stuff in there, and it is, and I probably say it in a way it may not per se go with the actual conversation, but I say it in a way for a reason. And the reason why I do that is because I'm giving y'all breadcrumbs. Okay. Basically, what I'm doing is that I'm sharing you information to get yourself out of certain type of situation, especially when it's dealing with cyberbullying. Okay. And so that's why I do what I do. I say what I say. Then, in most cases, I just leave, and I just leave it up to you to figure it out. But the reason why I'm also talking about this is one of the biggest breadcrumbs that I have told people, right, is this. I told people that the only way people are cyberbullying you is because you're giving them permission to do so. Once again, the only reason why people are cyberbullying you is because you're giving them permission to do so. Furthermore, not only you giving them permission to do so, but you're allowing them access to do so. I didn't even wear my wedding ring, y'all. What the hell? Hold up. I was single for the first hold up. I was single for the first 22 minutes of the show. I'm not no more. Don't tell Mrs. Urban. But yeah, um, you give people access. Now you should be asking yourself the question, well, how, Urban? How do I give people access to cyberbullying me? How do I give people access to cyberbullying me? Glad you had to ask that question. One of the biggest breadcrumbs that I leave whenever I do go on people shows, right, and I be participating in the chat, I tell people this all the time. I say this, I say, hey, y'all give people too much access or too much information about you. And how the way you do that is because of your socials. Okay. Meaning that your social media accounts, your Facebook, your IGs, your Snapchats, these type of different social accounts, you give too much access to that. What I mean by that, I could tell you right off the bat that probably about 90 to 90%, 95% of y'all who have different social media accounts, right? I could honestly say that 95% of y'all have y'all on social media accounts public instead of private. And I have said this repeatedly, like, hey, you don't need to have your social accounts public. It need to be private. Well, when you have your information public like that, guess what you're doing? You're allowing other people, especially if you're a content creator, right? Especially if you're a content creator, you're allowing your information to be public. You're allowing other content creators access to your information because it's public. Now, once again, like I was explaining to y'all earlier about fair use and different things like that, right? Once when you allow that information to be public, it goes under fair use, meaning that they can use your information and use it as content. Absolutely, they can under fair use. Now, do it goes against YouTube community guidelines standard? Once again, it depends. It depends how the way it was used and different things like that. But as long as you have it public, then it can be used. The reason why is because it's considered as public information. So to solve that problem, the only way to solve that problem is to make your content private. Make your content as private as possible. This is going into the part of the show where I'm going to start talk to y'all about being doxxed. Okay. What does it mean by being doxxed? What does it mean when you get doxxed? As one content creator dox another content creator. What does that mean? How does that look like? Whenever you get doxxed, right, it means that one content creator decided to share your public information onto their platform in an attempt to get a negative reaction. It's pretty much what it is. And that would do things such as going to your socials, pull up pictures. If you're sharing places you been at, they'll share places where you been at. If you have family members tag on your pictures and stuff, right, they'll share your family members. Or if you have your family members link to your public social accounts, right, they'll show your family members, they'll show your job, they'll show all these different things. And that's all goes under to the guidelines of being doxxed. Okay. And once again, the reason why they do that is because at the end of the day, they trying to get a reaction for content. Now, let me share this on story with y'all. And I promise y'all this is a true story. I promise y'all this true story. And I'm gonna break this thing down and I'm gonna show y'all the truth. All right. About 2 years ago, yeah, roughly about 2 years ago, I had a conversation with a content creator, right? This content creator was telling me how they go by the process of doxing people. Okay. Now one of the forms of being doxed is what I told you were the easiest, where you just go on people socials and stuff, right? And you just get that information through their social media account. That's the easiest way to do it. But he began to share with me information about how the way he go and get people information, or how the way he go doxing people. I was when he started sharing this information to me, I was shocked about it. The reason why I was shocked about it is because to be honest with you, I knew about this, right? But I just didn't say anything. The reason why I didn't say anything, which I'll explain that in a minute, all right? But let me finish the story. But he began to share with me information where how the way he go by doxing people, okay? And so what I'm going to share with y'all is this, all right? Let me I'm pull this information up and I'll share this with y'all. Mm, 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 mm. All right. There is a system that is known as OSNT. Okay, this system is known as OSNT. So, what is OSNT? Glad you asked. OSNT is known as open source intelligence. What is that? How do that look? Basically, what open source intelligence is this. It's basically refers to legally gathering information about an individual or organization from free public resources. Most of the time, they gather this information on the internet. Now there are he also began to share with me that there are several apps or web pages that does this, where all you got to do is either put in somebody email address, all you got to do is put in someone's phone number, or all you got to do is simply put in somebody's picture, and this open source intelligence will pull up the information about that person. So let's say, for example, when I'm beefing with a content creator, right? And I were to use this system to gather information about them. I'll use this particular system to gather as much information as possible through them. Well, if I go to their email address, well, if I pull up a picture about them, wherever the case is, and it will pull up detailed information. Long as it's public information, it will pull up detailed information. And it don't matter what it is. If it don't matter if it's public information was dealing with criminal act or whatever the case may be, this open source intelligence system will pull it up. This is how he was telling me that how he go by getting information, how he go by doxing people. And then he'll present this information as content. Now, I was about to get ready to tell y'all that I was kind of shocked behind it, but I wasn't shocked behind it. The reason why I wasn't shocked behind it is because I knew about this. I um I was pretending with this dude to make it seem like I didn't know what he was talking about, but I knew what he was talking about. The reason why I knew what he was talking about is because of this. When I had worked for the Department of Health and Human Service, right? For the state for well, when I worked for the Department of the Health and Human Services, right, we use this similar open source intelligence system to determine eligibility. All right. So for one, those of y'all who was trying to get eligibility for like Medicaid or food stamps or cash assistance and stuff, right? The Department of Health and Human Service Commission used the same type of open source intelligence system to determine eligibility. We use it, but we use it in a form of this. We use it in the form of data brokers. Okay. So basically, what we do, we'll hire a third party resource, right? A third party company, which is known as data brokers, to acquire the information that we need about an individual to determine eligibility. This is the reason why whenever y'all want to apply for benefits like food stamps or anything like that, we gather information like social securities, or we gather information like your income and different things like that. We know whether or not you're being truthful and honest or not. Through when I was working for them, right, I discovered a lot of people who was filling out, different applications, and they was being totally dishonest, saying that they wasn't employed and all kind of stuff. But through the one data broker system, we determined that they were employed. Through this system, not only through the data broker system, not only it acquires information about employment history, but it acquires information about vehicles that you can purchase within the 10 years. It acquires information about your neighbors who live right next to you based on the address you provide, right? It gives information about your neighbors. It gives information about your friends. It give all these different type of information so we can make a eligibility determination. Likewise, the open source intelligence does the same exact thing where it pull up information about not only you, but it could pull up information about your family. It could pull up information about your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors, what type of car you're gonna purchase, what type of car you drive, any type of criminal history or anything like that, where if you have a misdemeanor, or if you have whatever the case may be, even pull up your if depending on the system, it may be good enough to even pull up your credit report. No lie. So they once again they use this information at the end of the day to create content, to create a reaction. Now, just like I started in the beginning, I was telling y'all the difference between literally cyberbullying and people giving opinions, right? Y'all want to know the reason why on YouTube that it's kind of hard for YouTube to really determine if you're being cyberbullied or not? Y'all want to know the reason why it's kind of hard to do that? The reason why is because depending on how the information is being used, it's considered as public information. Therefore, long as it doesn't goes against YouTube community guidelines, then that content creator could use that information and nothing would not happen to them. Nothing. Because at the end of the day, they protect it under fair use and they also give them opinions. So y'all should be ask yourself this question like wherever you giving this information to us, you showing us how these dudes docs, right? Which I haven't shown y'all the other way, which I'm going to show y'all that in a few minutes. But you should be asking yourself like wherever you giving us this information and stuff, right? Okay, so are you giving this information so I allege, as y'all call them, ops, right? So our ops could continue this behavior? Nah, I'm giving y'all this information so you could protect yourself. There's one other one way too that they utilize, and this is the second easy method. That other method I was showing you, the open source network, that's the most complex method. Most average content creator is not going to use that, but there are some content creators out there, or there are some content creators who have subscribers, right? Will use that open source intelligent network like that because they're computer savvy and they can do things like that. But the average content creator is not going to use that. The average content creator is going to use a system like this, and I'm gonna show y'all. And this is very very common. I'm pull it up. Very very common. Mm, mm, mm. All right, let me show y'all. The average content creator is going to go into this website like this, such as being verified. All they're gonna do is go into this site like being verified or these other um, sites that are familiar with this, and all they're gonna do is pull your information. They're just gonna put your first last name in there, or they're gonna do a phone lookup. They're gonna do an email lookup, address lookup, vehicle lookup. They're gonna do it the easiest way possible, and they're gonna pay for this type of service. Most of the time, whenever they pay for this type of service, what's most they pay for? Like about $5 or $10 to do this. So they figured that this is considered as an investment for them. Okay. So they'll do something as simple as this to pull up your information. Simple as that. And they do this all in the lines of trying to just get a reaction from you. So I explained it to you the reason why they do this. I even share with y'all the way they can do this to you, for as doxing you and different things like that. Let me share with y'all how can you prevent this from happening to you. Okay. There are several ways that you want to prevent this from happening, and I'm going to want to go to detailed steps how you can do this. Okay. Several different ways. Several different ways. All right. Now let me share with you the story again. Now, once again, when this content creator was sharing me this information, right? Um, right after when this content creator shared this information with me, right? Guess what I started doing? I started doing research about it because one thing I know about YouTube and dealing with other content creators is this. Unfortunately, people will only be cool with you to a certain extent. And I'm just being 100% honest with you. They will be cool with you to a certain extent. What do I mean by that? As long as you're providing some type of services for them that they could benefit from, then they're gonna be cool with you. They're gonna be cool with you. They're gonna use language such as, "Hey, you're my bro," or "Hey, you're my sis," or "You're my big sis," "You're my big bro." We're family. We're community. They use all these different type of languages and stuff, right? As long as they're benefiting something from you. But the moment when you start stepping out of the line so that services or you providing them some type of benefit from them, guess what? That's when they're going to dismiss you. That's when they're going to start using information against you. That's when you end up becoming their content. Now, is all content creators like this? Nope. Because me myself personally, I'm personally not like that. Because once again, I have my own personal moral compass that I abide by, no matter what. Even as being a content creator, there are certain things that I will not just do just for the sake of content. Now, however, if it comes down to a point of me trying to protect myself and protect my brand, then there are certain things that I would say, but I'll say it in a way not to just create content, but to let the aggressor know that I will not tolerate any form of type of cyberbullying, period. So yeah, I absolutely would do that. And I'll say something about it. But other than that, that is it. One of the ways that you could you could protect yourself from being doxxed is the simplest method, which is you going onto your Facebook account. First of all, many of y'all have Facebook right now. You could do this even while listening to me. You could go onto your Facebook account. When you want to log into your Facebook account, go on into your settings. Under your settings, you could go on into privacy. Change your privacy setting to, instead of have a public, because it's gonna have that little world thing right there, and it's gonna have that little world thing, right? So whenever you post stuff, right, you're gonna have that little world thing next to it. That means that it's open, it's public information where anyone could see it. So you're going in your settings, you'll change that, your privacy setting. And what you'll do is that you're gonna change it to wherever settings that you want it to be. Like say for example, when I had Facebook, right, I had changed my privacy setting to only a selected amount of people who could see my posts. The reason why is because me personally, I don't like for people to be up in my business because personally, it ain't none of y'all damn business what I got going on with my life. I'm just that type of person. I'm that type of person that I believe in protecting myself. And I believe that I do not want people to have access to my life because you don't have a right to have access to my life, my life, unless I give you that right. So the only people who have that right to do that is my immediate family. So when I was on Facebook, on whenever I post certain things, right, the only people who saw the post was my immediate family only. Other people who I was friends with, mm-mm. So you cannot go and search me and see pictures, stuff like you couldn't even see no pictures or anything like that because I had to set it private. Likewise, the same thing. Y'all need to go onto your Facebook and read and set your settings for the simple fact that a lot of people that y'all say that y'all are friends with on Facebook, y'all really not friends with them in real life. Y'all only friends with them because of the numbers. Similar to Facebook, similar to YouTube. A lot of people we're sub up to channels and stuff, right, because of the subscriber count. That make it seem like you're big and known, you know what I'm saying? Because of the social norms and stuff, right? Likewise on Facebook. A lot of y'all, some of y'all got like over 12,000 friends. You don't even know who the hell these people are. Or you may know them, right? But you haven't even associated with them since high school. So why in the hell would you want them to know things about your life when you don't even talk to them in real life anyway? That doesn't make any sense unless you want that type of attention. Now, if you want that type of attention, then leave your stuff public. Especially as a content creator, leave it public if you want that attention. But if you're saying that you're being cyberbullied, you're saying that you're being harassed and you want it to stop, the first step is for you to change your privacy setting on your Facebook. The first step is for you to change your privacy setting on your IG accounts. The first step is for you to change your privacy setting on your Snapchats. That's where it starts at. By you doing something as simple as that, you will disengage that other content creator for gathering information about you right in and there. Because like I say, the average content creator, the first resource they're going to go to is public information, and that's through your socials. Most average content creators, they're not going to go through the stream like I was showing you that site being verified and they're trying to pay. Most of them is not going to try to pay to get information from you unless if it's beneficial for them to do that. So while we talking about that, right? Let me show y'all something. Because like I say, once again, after when this other content creator told me about this, right? I went through a research hunt. My whole research was that I wanted to prevent this from happening. So let me show y'all this too. I'm gonna show y'all this. Let's go back on this page being verified. All right. Let me show y'all this. Now on this page of being verified, right? Do you see the normal thing right here where you give out information, first name, last name, whoever you want to do a background search on and stuff, right? Yeah, y'all get that right. What if I told y'all that it's a way for you to get your information removed from this? Will y'all think I'm lying about that? I'm not lying. It's a way to get it removed. All right. This method that I'm teaching you is the fastest way to do it. All right. But there are other methods that I'm gonna show you as well too. But this is the quickest method. All you got to do is this type of page right here, like being verified, right? And I'm showing being verified for a reason. And I'm explaining to you a few minutes, all right? All you got to do is scroll all the way down to being verified, right? And you notice that at the very bottom, we got this information right here, correct? It got this information right here, right? Got the about us, this apps and data, help tools, and different things like this down here, right? But there's something down here that you need to get, and it's going to instantly remove your public information. Because once again, earlier I was explaining to y'all that these type of websites, like being verified, just like that, all they are data brokers. Okay. And basically, what data brokers is that they access your public information. How the way they get access to your public information is by what? Is by you willfully giving it to them. Now, how do you do that? You willfully give your public information by signing up for socials like Facebook, Twitter, and all these different accounts. They call it X now. But you willfully give that information to them. Let's say, for example, y'all going out and trying to look for a job. You're willfully giving your public information even to companies, such as like some of y'all use online tools such as Indeed or different things like that to try to find a job. You're willfully giving your information, and guess what? That information is being circulated through data brokers. This page right here is considered as a data broker. Now, by you willfully giving your information, you are exercising, you're pretty much exercising your right to let these people know everything about you. But then, like I say, there is a way to get it removed. Now, what are you going to do is this. Um, is it this one? Where's it? Where's that? We check this one out. There's another one. Do not sell my public information. Just click on this. Yeah, we're in the right spot. All you got to do is click on do not sell my public information. Now, don't fill this part out right here. All right. Don't do that. But you're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down and it's going to say this. It's going to give you how can you want to remove your public record. period. Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna give you information how you can move your public record, period. The quickest method is this, right? You can click on this website and you can send them an email to do that, but that's not the fastest method. The fastest method is this. Where it say, how can I check and see if my record was removed? All you got to do is this button right here that say opt out search. Click on the opt out search. You put in your name in here, right? Your first and the last name. Let's say my name is um Jamie Kennedy. Then you want to click search. Now, what it's going to do is this. It's going to give you every possible search of Jamie Kennedy. All right, every possible search of Jamie Kennedy, and right next to this, so I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to zoom back a little bit so y'all can see. Now, right next to it, it has the option right here. It says this: proceed to opt out. It gives a name match and it say proceed to opt out. So whenever you click on this, right, it's going to want to ask for your information. So for this example, I just click on this, be doing it. It's going to ask for your information. When it asks for your information, it's going to do this. It's going to ask for your email address. Now, when you put in your email address, right, it's going to go through the process of verifying your email address associated with your name. Then when after it's do that, it's going to send you another email saying that you had opted out and your information is going to be deleted from being verified. Now, the reason why I'm using being verified is because being verified is the same as all these other research systems out there, because there are other ones that are out there that's similar to being verified, but being verified is the actual main company that owns all the data brokers out there, okay? These background check data brokers out there. So if you submit a request through them and opt out just through them, you're gonna end up opt out of all of them. So that's the reason why I'm sharing y'all with being verified. And just like I say, after you do that, it is that simple, y'all. It normally takes within 28 to 48 hours for them to fully go through that system, right, and fully get it removed. But it'll be removed. Then how you can verify that is that you could go back in this again, right? And you could just search your name again, right? Like how we did this part, you could search your name again. And when you search your name again, you're not going to see your name on here no more after it being removed. You're not going to see your name particularly on here no more. You may see like similar names on here, but you're not going to actually see your information on here no more, meaning that it has been removed. And it's just as that simple, y'all. That I learned, especially as me being a sociologist, is this: I always like to figure out what are the reasons why people do the way that they do, and how can we prevent it from happening. The biggest reason why people cyberbully you and the reason why people dox you is because they feel like that they have power to do that. But if you learn the weapons that your enemies use against you, right, and use it against them, then guess what you do? You take away their power. So what I'm doing right now, I'm equipping you to take away their power. There's another thing that I want to share with y'all too, because there are different methods of doing this. Okay, there's another thing I want to share with y'all too, how y'all can remove the system. Okay, y'all remember when I was telling y'all that sometimes they use facial recognition to find out who you were too, right? What if I told you that there's a way that you could even remove that? Is it a way, Urban? Hell yeah. Let me show y'all. Think I'm lying? Your boy be researching. All you have to do is this: go onto this website, Face Check ID. what it's going to do is going to ask you to drop your photo. Now, once again, this is for people who are content creators. All right, if you're a subscriber, then this don't have nothing to do with it, unless you just want to get your stuff removed. But all you have to do is drop your photo in here, and it's going to search your photo. This is a free system. All it's going to do is search your photo, and it's going to go through every website that your photo is on, no matter what it is. Even if it's on LinkedIn, it don't matter. It's going to search and find your photo on every website there's out there. Then right after that, it's going to want to ask you, do you want to get this removed? Then once when you opt and get it to remove, it's going to take about what, 24, 48 hours, probably. I say at the most like 3 days. Then they'll have your information removed. They're going to remove it from search resorts such as Google or Safari or different things like that. It's going to be totally removed from there. Another method is this: is that since we talking about on search engines, right? Another one common search engine that people will probably will use if they in last resort is that they'll go onto Google and they'll just Google you, right? There's also a way for you to get your information removed from Google itself too. All you got to do is go on Google and Google how to remove your information from Google to make it searchable. It's going to send you to another web page. It's going to send you to another one web page, and it's going to ask you where you seen your information being published at, what web page. And so you could type in, like, say for example, you type in the web page, like say for example, YouTube. I seen my information on YouTube. You put in YouTube, right? Google is going to go through its algorithm and it's going to search your information. Then it's going to give you the option: do you want this information to be public or do you want it to be private, depending on what you're trying to do. And it's going to give you that option to do that. Then once after that, your information is going to be removed. And like I always say, take at the most like 3 days or whatever for it to be removed from the system. Now, all these different methods I'm showing y'all is to equip you so you can prevent yourself from being cyberbullied, so you can prevent yourself from being doxxed. Now, once again, it's totally up to you if how the way you use this information. Totally up to you. One of the things that I want to be honest and I want to share with y'all is this. I had learned this about YouTube, and I learned this about other content creators. I learned that not to refer myself as being a victim of cyberbullying. What do you mean by that, Urban? I learned that b- by me not referring myself as being a victim of cyberbullying on YouTube, right? I learned that by me doing that, it gave me the ability to take my power back. Meaning what? As long as you have that mentality that you've been victimized by content creators on YouTube, right? You're gonna start behaving in the way they want you to behave. Meaning that they want you to react to them so they could continue to create content. Because at the end of the day, the number one reason, like I told you, the number one reason why they do this because they're trying to get content and they're trying to get a reaction from you. But if you change your mindset about it, right? If you change your mindset, think you change that mindset, thinking I'm a victim of this or whatever stuff, right? It's going to continue. But if you change and say that you're not a victim, what it do is that it gives you your power. So whenever these people do put out information out against you, guess what? It's not going to trigger you. It's not going to make you react and say, man, I just got to do a reaction video to the reaction. Mm-mm. Not at all. What it's going to do is that it's going to put you into a space where you start understanding and accepting the reality for what it is. That at the end of the day, the reason why these people do this is because they need you. They need you. They need you for content. They need you for views. They need a reaction. When you understand that, your mindset will instantly change when you start understanding that, hold up, they need me. They need me. If that need me, then that means that I can control the outcome of this. I could create a certain type of reality that I want to see fit that happen. I could create an end result based on how the way I want it to happen. When you understand that, then you start taking control of that. When you start taking control of that, depending on what you want to do, if you want them to no longer do that, then guess what? Depending on your actions, they're gonna start slowly dwindling down. But if you want them content creators that you want to take that and use it as a weapon, that is totally up to you. But the thing about it is that you have to understand the behavior behind it. If you understand the behavior behind it, then you know how to counter the behavior. Instead of giving them what they want, you give them what you need or what they need. You switch the game. It's funny thing to y'all since I'm thinking about this is that this reminds me of playing chess, right? I had the opportunity to play, chess with different people. I'm not the best chess player, but I understand the whole concept and strategy of the game. But one thing that I learned about playing chess is that whatever type of move that you make, that person who's playing against you, they're going to try to make a calculated move to try to defend that type of move. So, what if you're playing chess right? What if you make a calculated move, but you're thinking about 5 or 10 steps ahead, right? Where you purposely make a move, knowing good and well that is going to create this desired result. What if I tell you if that's possible? It is, and it's very possible on YouTube. The reason why is because me personally, as being a content creator, I have used this move effectively every single time with positive results. Have y'all ever wonder why that whenever I go and sometimes address certain content creators, they don't rebuttal back? Have y'all ever wondered why? The reason why is because I control the desired results. I already know what's going to happen even before it even happened. Likewise, some of us have to be on that same level of thinking where you be so far advanced where you know what's going to happen, where you're not even triggered about it. You're not even bothered behind it because you already anticipated it on happening the way that it's going to happen. But then, like I said, it is totally up to you as a content creator. Now I'm not advising y'all to continue the behavior, whatever, because once again, I'm not for cyberbullying, period. But once again, I'm equipping y'all on the truth behind it. Now, however you take this information, it is totally up to you. It is totally up to you. Now, I share with y'all a lot of different information. I share with y'all pretty much a long story short. I share with y'all how the way you can want to clean up your digital footprint. It's pretty much what while sharing y'all how to do it. So it's up to you if you want to do it or not. It's up to you if you want to take this information and use it to your advantage or not. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. One other thing too that I want to share with y'all is this: like Sometimes I'll be up in people on chats and stuff, right? Um, I noticed they use the terminology of ops. Okay, you're the op. You're the op. Op, 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 op. You're the op. You're the op. You're the op. I can guarantee y'all this. Over here in my house, over here on my channel, guess what? I don't have ops. I don't have ops. I don't have enemies. I don't have none of that. Y'all want to know the reason why? The reason why is because if you acknowledge that person as an op, guess what you're doing? You are acknowledging that that person is equal to you. You are acknowledging that that person is in your same existence with you. That's basically what you're doing. So that's why I say I don't acknowledge people as ops because they're not even on my level to begin with anyway. They're not even on my level to begin with anyway, so they don't even matter. Because the level they are on, you can't even compete anyway, so it don't even matter. But to acknowledge that is to mean that they're equal to you. That's basically what you're doing. So I don't acknowledge ops. I don't have no ops. I don't have no enemies or anything like that. All I see is other content creators doing content. And if they decide to do content on me, who cares? Because at the end of the day, I also understand this. Just like I was giving y'all an example about chess, right? The biggest checkmate you can make as being a content creator is this: is to get people to talk about you. If you could get people to talk about you, then you're the one as a content creator because that is your whole point of being a content creator. And I'm just being real with y'all. From one content creator to another. So if they acknowledge you, that's fine. They can acknowledge you. If they want to call you they ops, let them. Because they're acknowledging you and their existence, but but they don't exist. But you're not existing. You know what I'm saying? You're not letting them into your existence. So just like I stated earlier, they need that. You don't. But the only way you're going to come to that conclusion is for you to evolve, even as a content creator. Be thinking one step ahead as a content creator and understand the overall end results of what you're trying to achieve as being a content creator. Some of y'all want to be content creators because you want to use this as a business model. Fine, nothing wrong with that. Some of y'all are content creators because you're not trying to gain any type of business or monetary value behind it, but your value is that you want the notoriety, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, long as you however way you using it, it's totally up to you. So that is why even when people say certain things about me, I don't care. I do not care. But whenever I do acknowledge the situation, not that person or the content creator, but when I acknowledge certain things that are being said about me, guaranteed that the reason why I'm saying it about it is because it is a calculated move. And all my subscribers, one other fact that all my subscribers know about me is this is that I'm always one step ahead of the game. Everything I do, it is a reason why I do it. Everything I do, even this stream, is a reason why I do it. It's been something that I have thought about, planned, calculated, and now producing it. Trust me, it is. So I'm just saying, from one content creator to another, I just honestly believe that need to start getting on that same level. Need to stop allowing people who cyberbully you take control over you. Stop letting these people take control over you. Stop letting these people be one step ahead of you. And start empowering yourself. And start equipping yourself. Start taking control over your content. Because if not, then you're going to be caught up in the same cycle, and they're going to use the same cycle over and over again. That's why some people that I know are content creators. I ain't gonna lie, they've been sitting up here beefing since I started YouTube. Some people have been beefing it since the year 1999 and still beefing it till this day. Like, for what? But I know why. So it's up to you. Well, if you want to take your power back or not. One last thing too before I end the stream. Me being in social work, I had learned this. I had the honor and privilege of talking to men and women who were support of DV situations. I had the privilege of talking to them and equipping them different resources, how the way they could get out of their situation. I gave them, different resources, and I also told them one of the biggest things I told them is about what I'm telling y'all right now is that it had to become a point in time where you have to get out of that victim mindset and you have to start fighting. And when I'm talking about fighting, I'm not talking about literally fight your aggressor. I'm not talking about unless it comes to that point. But I'm talking about fighting, which is equipping yourself mentally and spiritually how to deal with situations and how to de escalate situations. If it takes for you to totally dismissing yourself, removing yourself from that situation, do it. But sometimes this is what tends to happen. I'm sure this with y'all too. I'm sure this with y'all real quick. Then I'll be done, y'all. Um, Sometimes this will happen. There's a symptom known as Stockholm syndrome. Okay, many of y'all familiar with Stockholm syndrome. All right, but basically, what Stockholm syndrome is this: Stockholm syndrome is basically that you are a victim of this type of aggressive behavior, but instead of you trying to get out of behavior, you condone it, or you try to find some type of um, commonality with it, or you try to find some type of truth behind it, or you try to say that it's something good out of what the person do. Like, say for example, I remember watching a content creator, right? This content creator was explaining to me that another content creator was victimizing them, doing cyberbullying and different things like that, right? After this content creator was saying that they was being cyberbullied, right? Right after that, this content creator began to start saying like, well, there is some good in them, there's some certain good in them, they be doing this and that and that. They was supportive and, different things like that. You know, that's basically what Stockholm syndrome is, where you sit up here condoning the behavior. You're trying to find some type of good in the negative thing that they did to you. When I was dealing with that, right, I used to want to tell people that, hey, you don't need to be in that certain space. You're in that space for a reason. That person did that for a reason. It's not because they love you. It's not because you made a choice. It's because they wanted control over you. And likewise, like what I see in the YouTube streets right now, like when I be seeing people who say that they part of a group, part of a gang, part of a social gathering on YouTube, whatever, right? That's all I see is a form of Stockholm syndrome, where even where the subscribers and stuff, they're thinking that they are part of something bigger than themselves. They think they are part of something bigger than themselves. Y'all see it. When you be seeing these type of negative behaviors happen, where the content creator be doing this cyberbullying content, right, then the subscribers be agreeing to, yeah, you're right, you're right, and be losing our sense of morality, our sense of common sense, knowing good and well what they're saying is wrong, but they just agree to it anyway. It's kind of like a form of Stockholm syndrome where they feel like that if they were to disagree with that, then guess what's going to happen? That said content creator is going to end up doing a video, doing a review on you. They're going to disengage you from the alleged family or community. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this a form of Stockholm syndrome is because you need to acknowledge the fact that this person did this behavior to you. Period. There's no There's no gray area in it. If they did wrong to you, they did wrong to you. Period. Acknowledge that. Take it for what it is. Forget what people were saying about it. Forget whether or not you want people to agree with you or not. Because there's another thing on here is that we be wanting people to agree with us. We want people to agree with us and walk with us. But you need to understand that you're not going to help people who are always going to agree with you. Even as me being content creator, y'all see different contents that I put out here all the time. And I know whenever I talk about stuff, I know without a shadow of doubt that people is not going to agree with me. And I accept that for what it is. Because I don't be looking for people to agree with me. Now, even right now in the chat and stuff, I'm not looking for if my subscribers agree with me or not. Because in this space, I allow people to give their opinions. I don't care. I don't care if they agree with me or not. And they'll let you know, especially mine on day ones. They will let you know. There be times where I even challenge them. They'll say certain stuff and I'm like, I'll call them out on it. For the simple fact that I'm not here to be here for y'all to agree with me or not. I'm only here to produce content. Now, if y'all disagree with me, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Like I always tell y'all, there's nothing wrong with that. Disagree. I'll welcome it. But the one thing that I do not tolerate, which is on my guidelines on this channel, is cyberbullying. That's the only thing. Is cyberbullying. So even my subscribers know when they come on here, they know they can't come on here and cyberbully. Like I've been on to other channels where they be talking about a certain other person or a content creator, whatever, right? They be something putting up their addresses up and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Here's the address. I found it. I paid that $5.99 and got the address and put it in the chat. The people clapping about throwing the clapping hands. Yay! Not over here. Because over here, we don't tolerate that, period. And there's another thing too. I'm throwing gems out there for y'all today so y'all can understand. But there's another thing too. Even as a content creator, right? Y'all have to start learning to control y'all channels too. Because that is your responsibility as a content creator. Not for you to allow any old person to come into your channel and do any old thing they want to do, especially in the chat. Because at the end of the day, guess who that's gonna come back on? You as a content creator, not them. So people, when they come over here, they know that it's certain stuff I do not tolerate, period. And I will call them out on it right then and there. They know that. So some of y'all got to start learn how to control y'all channels, controlling y'all chat, controlling your panels as well too. Where you just get people up there and just be saying old crazy stuff up there on panels. Especially when it's not even going along with the content of your show. But I know the reason why they do that is because at the end of the day, they want the clicks and views. The they want to put on a show. So they allow that to happen. But guess what? End up killing your channel because of the lack of control of your channel. And on top of that, you as a content creator, that should let you know that them people do not respect you. Because if they respect you, they respect your house rules no matter what. Same thing with dealing with any situation, even relationship wise. If that person say that they respect you and that person say that they love you and they treating you with respect, they're going to do that. No questions asked. But if they feel like at any given time they could disrespect you, then guess what? They never loved you to begin with in the first place. They never respected you to begin with in the first place. And that's why it's so easy for them to do things to try to tear you down. That's why they do it. Even as a content creator, they do things like, say for example, you was networking with a content creator, then you end up doing something they don't like. Then right after it haven't even been 24 hours, they doing a show on you for the simple fact that they never respected you to begin with. You was only just a resource to them, and that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm hoping that all these things that I'm sharing with y'all today, I'm giving y'all gems to help y'all. Because like I say, I do be going on different channels sometimes, where if I be in the bushes or I participate in the chat. But whenever I do see these situations happen, and I want to share with y'all on my channel how the way to deal with it. And the reason why I'm sharing with y'all is because this is how the way I deal with it. Now you don't have to deal with it the exact way how I'm dealing with it, but I put out resources on here to help you. And you could choose how the way you want to do it or not. That's totally up to you. But for us, me, everything that I share with you, I have did. I have did and took every levels of precautions of doing it. Now, another one funny thing too, I'm thinking about a lot of stuff now. Another thing too is like, say for example, all this stuff already happened, past tense, it already happened. How do we deal with that, Urban? Well, you remember earlier when I was telling y'all about the YouTube community guidelines and stuff, right? YouTube community guidelines deal with the policies of YouTube. Okay. So if these situations happen to you in the past, the things that you can do on YouTube is that they have a little simple button that you put on there. That simple button is called report. All you have to do is report it. Every little post that they put on there, every little community wall that they place, report it. Report it. You can do screenshots as well too, to document and document, report and document. There, if you feel like that you in a level where your identity is being compromised, was going to the point of defamation, guess what? You can get your information together, hire yourself an attorney, and sue. But guess who you're going to sue? Not the person who's doing it to you, but you're going to sue YouTube. You're going to want to sue YouTube not for just defamation, but you're going to sue YouTube because they're not abiding by their policies according to their community guidelines. And guess what? Before that case even make it to a hearing, guess what YouTube going to do? They're going to review it. They're going to review it, and YouTube is not going to want to lose no money. They're going to go back and review it, and guess what? They're going to go back and contact you personally and deal with that. They're going to deal with it. They're going to deal with that other person. They're going to create a relief for you. Now, this whole process, don't tell anybody, it may take up to about 30 days or so for it to happen. But the whole point is that you have to do your due diligence and do it. Another one, content creator that I had on Follow Right, did this on the same process. Gail probably know who I'm talking about. The lead attorney. A couple of years ago, right? Was it a couple of years? I think it was. It was a couple of years ago. Um, who was it? Fresh and Fit, yeah. Fresh and Fit was going through this go through this whole process of fake flagging people on pages, right? That's because people was doing content on their page. One of the pages that they flagged was Aber and Preach. They also flagged on the lead attorney page. The lead attorney, what he did is that he went and sued YouTube. And what he did is that he had presented information to one of the courts through YouTube that YouTube was going against their policy over their community guidelines and standard based on fair use. And so before it even made into a full hearing, guess what happened? YouTube ended up contacting the lead attorney personally. They contacted him, and they was showing all the different videos that they had flagged and stuff, right? They contacted him about it, and they're saying, "Hey, we are in direct contact with this other person right now." And they start talking to them, right? YouTube start talking to them about it. Then after that, they sent the email to the lead attorney and tell them like, "Hey, the information they put was false, and they need to remove this false claim. If they don't remove this false claim within 7 days, I think it was 7 days. Was it 7 days, Gail? But if they don't remove it within 7 days or whatever, guess what? They was going to permanently delete their channel." And all the channels that they have on there. Not only just the one channel that Fresh and Fit had, but all of them, every last one of them. And they would be no longer be able to participate on YouTube, period. And guess what they did? They removed it. So that's why I'm telling y'all that there are ways how you could do it, but you just have to want to do it. Correct that paper trail. Like I said, I see people who be using community walls and stuff, right, to try to cyberbully people or use certain things. That's okay. Let them do it. Report it. Screenshot. Screenshot is showing that you reported and report to YouTube, and keep reporting it. And give it about 30 days. If you don't see relief in 30 days, where YouTube is not going and reviewing that and stuff, right, and see if it's going against community guidelines, whatever, then that's when you get in contact with YouTube. Or you just get in contact with an attorney and sue them and sue YouTube. Then you present all the information because you screenshotted every possible thing that happened. Then guess what? YouTube is not going to be about that life because they're not going to lose no money off of one little old content creator. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to issue that ultimatum. And that's how you take power and stop that. But once again, it is up to you if you want to do it. Now I presented to y'all different ways of how the way you could stop this. I presented ways not only you could stop this, I also presented to y'all how they do it. I gave y'all the reasons why they do it and everything. And I'm doing this once again because I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm gonna tell y'all how it is. And just like I say, I deal with people who do content about me, sometimes whatever. As long as they commentate, I don't care. They say whatever the hell they want to say about it. I don't care. As long as they're about it through YouTube community guidelines and standards, I don't care. But if you go into the stream where you're trying to dox and doing all this weird stuff, then yeah, you want to get that smoke. And all I'm doing is trying to equip y'all. It's up one content creator to another, equip you how the way you can do it. But it's up to you if you want to do it or not. So other than that, y'all, well, I really was planning to chat today because I wanted this to be a teachable moment today where I want to help y'all out. From one content creator to another. But I acknowledge each and every last one of y'all in the chat. Gail, I see you. Scorpio, Joy, I see you pulled up in my chat. What's up with it? And everybody else who watching the bush on Scorpio, well, El Cheapo, and everybody else on South Patch, I see you in the chat as well too. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the show. Now, I hope that the information I share with y'all that it's going to help y'all. All right. I hope it's going to help y'all out tremendously. And also, if you're a content creator or subscriber, share this information out because I believe this is something that people really do need. They really need, and I believe that it's going to help them out tremendously. Now, one last final thing before I get off of here, I've not shared a lot of information, but there's a lot more information that I know. If you need more information, by all means, you can get in contact with me through my email. It is on my about page. You check that out and get in contact with me. Other than that, that is it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the show, and take it for what it is. Take this as valuable information. This information that I'm sharing with y'all, people will teach a master class on this and make money off of this. But like I say, I'm not that type of person that I want to do that because I always believe in paving the way. All right. So other than that, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.